Welcome to another episode of What's a Skewp podcast. I'm your host, Skewp's Gotcha, aka. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that motherfucking bell. And yeah, man. Before we get into that, like I said, be sure to share it. Share it with everybody. Share it, co-workers, whoever. Just share it. This podcast is on like all your favorite podcast apps that you can think of. If you can think of a podcast, whatever, it's this What's the Skewp podcast is on it. The apps that my podcast is on, it will be in the description box below. Now, before we get into the fucking football shit, we got to talk about UFC 281. It hasn't been a good year for my guys, Izzy and Usman. Pereira, dangerous guy. Izzy took on the challenge. Shout out to my guy Izzy for not being a bitch, and he took on the challenge like he always does. And obviously this man is Izzy's kryptonite because he has beaten Izzy 3 times. 2 times in kickboxing and now in mixed martial arts. And he's knocked Izzy out twice. And Izzy's been fighting in the octagon 4 years? 5 years? 4, 5, 1 or 2. It's up there. He's up there. And Pereira's only been fighting MMA for 1 year. So, yeah, that's the crazy part about that. Pereira's fast track. I mean, this fight right here was crazy. I mean, from the beginning, the first round. It was obviously a fill-out process. I wouldn't even say a fill-out process, honestly. I mean, Izzy basically controlled the fight, if you ask me. But Pereira took him down. He got that takedown. And, no, Pereira got the takedown in the second round. Because Izzy, if it wasn't for the horn, Izzy would have got him out of there. Because Izzy, he stunned him. And he basically could have got him out of there like crazy in the first round. We wouldn't even have got to the 5th round. But second round, Pereira, he basically does his thing against Izzy. And Pereira takes him down. Third round, Izzy. All Izzy. 4th round, Izzy. But it was something my issue with with what Izzy was doing was Izzy kept bagging up to the cage. He kept putting his back to the cage, and when he was standing there, he kept getting hit. He was getting hit with some bombs, but Izzy was eating them things though. But that's when Izzy was fresh though. So it's like, he ain't gonna take them too much longer, my G. You ain't gonna take them too much longer. And man, my guy, he kept. And that was another thing that I was saying too. He kept clinching, and he kept going for the takedown. And my issue with that is, and I was telling people after the fight, like, if you've watched Izzy since he's gotten into the octagon, since he's gotten into the ring, the octagon, since he got to the UFC, Izzy is not a ground fighter. So I don't know what the game plan was for them to tell him to take him to the ground or whatever the case may be, but that's not his style. So Izzy kept trying for these takedowns, but these takedowns he wasn't going for it. And I was telling, like, if Izzy is going for takedowns, that is a problem. That's a big problem. Because Izzy doesn't even do it. Izzy's not even comfortable on the ground like that. He likes to strike. So, to see that, and then when the fifth round came, and I was just like, I was literally sitting on the edge of my seat, and I was sitting there like, I got a feeling he's gonna catch Izzy and finish this. I literally said this, like, if I was in Vegas, I would have placed a bet. If I was in Kansas, I would have placed a bet. Like, that's how, cause I just felt it. I felt it before, like, the way he kept catching Izzy, and I just felt like Izzy's tired. So and he caught him. There's nothing that you can really do about this. They gonna fight again, obviously. I look at this as like, I don't know. It sucks. You look at these matchups, and it's just like styles make fights. And this certain style, it's an awkward style, and he's bigger. They said that Pereira probably weighed in about 210 tonight. Going into the fight, 210. I think his last fight, he was like 220 or something like that. But he's a big dude, and I think he probably got Izzy by about 30 pounds. Pereira can fight at heavyweight. He can fight up there with Yan and Ngannou and shit like that. But yeah, man. Like I said, I look at Izzy versus Pereira, however you say his name. I look at this like Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski. Who else was it because I named him earlier? Alexander Volkanovski, hell, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. It was another MMA one that I named, and it's like you just can't beat them for some reason. And it's just that styles make fights at the end of the day. So yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't know what more Izzy can do, because by the next time they fight, he's gonna be better. He's gonna be better. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They gonna fight again, but it's gonna be an immediate rematch. So we probably won't see this until by April of next year. Yeah, by April, May of next year, because Izzy 9 times 10 is gonna have to take. He's gonna be off for like 60 days or some shit. So what? That January? Yeah, to January. He probably won't start training until about February. So Feb, March, yeah, April, May. So by May, give him 3 months of training and shit, because he probably about to. It's gonna fuck him up now. But co-main event, Weili. At the end of the day, I don't know. I bet on Esperanza. But yeah, where the fuck is it at, man? How can you go for the body? Shut it all down, I'm a nigga. Yeah. So, Esperanza, I don't know. She didn't. To me, I feel like she doesn't have any power or anything strong to keep Weili off of her. Weili's a strong. She's strong as shit. I seen her in a video. I think I posted last week. Maybe Ngannou posted it, and it showed Whaley picking Ngannou up off the ground. Ngannou's a heavyweight. He's a grown ass man. So, yeah. And Whaley's 5'3", and Ngannou's probably about 6'2" or something. He's up there. So, yeah, Whaley's a strong individual. I feel like there wasn't anything that Esperanza could do to grapple, because Whaley was going to overpower her on the ground, and it's nothing that she could do against Whaley. So I mean, we all knew that Whaley was going to win, but I end up betting on Esperanza just in case, because you never freaking know. It typically always happens where these fighters are huge favorites and they go into the fight and something crazy happens. The champion keeps her belt, or the champion loses their belt, or whatever. I don't know what's next for Whaley, but probably Rose. Probably end up fighting Thug Rose. That'll be for the third time. Yeah. Thug Rose is 2-0 against Whaley. So, yeah. I don't think Whaley wants to see Thug Rose. But, yeah. The co-main event, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler. That was, to me, a good-ass fight. Probably a good-ass fight for every damn body. Dustin Poirier was in that motherfucker throwing. Michael Chandler was in that bitch throwing. That was a good fight. They both got hurt. And I kind of knew before going into I kind of knew, like, Michael Chandler's going to want to wrestle. He's going to want to wrestle just because the fact is that he ain't going to be able to take too much. He ain't going to want to bang with Dustin Poirier too much, because that's what Dustin Poirier likes to do. Dustin Poirier likes to go in there and he'll throw down all day. Like, seriously. So, but yeah. That was a good fight. Definitely could be up there. It was one scene where they were fighting. Dustin was on his back and Michael Chandler was bleeding, and it was just like, oh man, the blood just got into Dustin Poirier's face and his mouth. I would have not. Oh no, I would have lost the fight. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is nasty. I would have been like, oh, that's disgusting, man. It got all in his face and it got in his mouth, and I'm just like, oh, that's nasty, yo. But my guy Dustin Poirier got it. He got the belt. Dustin Poirier at this point, I don't think he cares about the belts. I think he just wants to fight. So he fought Charles. Those are the people that he's lost to, the people that have got strong grappling skills. So I don't even think Dustin Poirier wants to fight him, because Islam is part of Khabib's camp, and we saw what Khabib did to Dustin. So Dustin got him out. Khabib got Dustin out of there. And yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who Dustin fights next. It's definitely in Conor McGregor, because they fought 3 times, and yeah, Conor won, Dustin won, and the second one, Conor broke his leg. So, and Dustin got the dub. So, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's next for Dustin? But yeah, what we got next? What's coming up next for UFC, man? Because I don't know, man. It kind of hurt my heart, man, to see my guy Izzy lose like that, man. It really did. UFC Fight Night. That's November 19th. My guy Derek Lewis fighting Spivak, or however you say his name. This is a trash ass card, honestly. I don't really, I'm not that to where I'm like sitting here looking into these cards, looking to these prelims and stuff. I don't know it. I don't know these people. So yeah. Enough of that. We're gonna go into my NFL picks. NFL picks. Well, first off, the Buffalo Bills are playing Josh Allen. They came out and said that Josh Allen will play. He will start. Like I was telling people, I've been telling people this all week. The Buffalo Bills can't afford to rest Josh Allen right now. They just can't. The reason why I say that is because you got the 6-3 Dolphins on their heels. No, 6-2 Dolphins, 6-3 Jets on their heels. So, yeah, hold on. Yeah, 6-3. Okay, so 6-3 Jets, 6-3 Dolphins, and 5-4 Steelers. They can't slip up. There's a possibility they won't even make the playoffs. So you gotta play him at this point. So yeah. A lot of people had the Buffalo Bills as locks to basically go to the Super Bowl. A lot of people had the Buffalo Bills as Super Bowl champions. But we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'm going with my guys. I'm going with my Chiefs, of course. Before we get into these picks, what is my? I missed a few weeks and I missed a few games with my picks. But with the picks that I do make, I am 54-30. Which is not bad. So, what we got? We're gonna go week 10. Week 10. They're in Germany. This game is at 8:30. Seahawks versus the Buccaneers. I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna go Buccaneers on this one. So we're gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks on this one. I think Tom Brady and them find their groove, and I think they start to get back on track. So I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go Buccaneers on this one. If I get this freaking pen to work. Yeah, Bucks. Who else? The Vikings, Bills. The Bills are at home. This is a test for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if that 7-1 record is what everybody, including myself, has been hyping them up to be. I got the Minnesota Vikings going to the NFC Championship, and this game right here will tell it. So Buffalo Bills are favored by a touchdown and a half. So I'm gonna go. Jeez. The Vikings coming off. The Buffalo Bills lost to the Jets last week, and the Vikings, they played the Washington Commanders last week. So, I'm going with the Vikings. I'm gonna go with them. No. I'm gonna go Bills at home. We'll go Bills home. Lions, Bears. Lions visiting Chicago Bears. Jared Goff and them, they beat the Packers last week. And they were at home though. It was kind of a boring game. Jared Goff, he got some pretty decent weapons, but they're sitting at 2-6. They got one of the worst defenses in football. Going against Chicago with Justin Fields, who just got a new weapon in Chase Claypool, Komet, their tight end, their running backs, more. They played the Miami Dolphins pretty well. It was a close game. It came down to the wire. I think the Dolphins ended up winning by 3, I think. So with that being said, I'm gonna go Bears. I'll go Bears this game. Watch the freaking Lions win. Watch the Lions win. Watch the Lions win. Broncos versus Titans. The Broncos were on a bye last week. The Titans lost to the Chiefs. It's if Ryan Tannehill's not playing, this one's probably gonna be a boring ass game. Because Malik Willis, it's gonna be a lot of running, a lot of Derrick Henry. The Broncos is a struggling offense. They've had a bye, so we'll see if they made some changes and they'll try to open up their playbook and but Broncos got a solid defense. Titans got a solid defense as well. Titans don't have no wide receivers though. Broncos do. Broncos have decent running backs. Russell Wilson can use his legs. I think I'm gonna go Broncos. I'll go Broncos on this game. Broncos. The Broncos. You feel me? So, yeah, Broncos. I think the Broncos will be 4-5. Because Titans are favored by 2.5. Next up, we got the Chiefs versus Jags. I'm gonna go Chiefs, of course. Chiefs are at home. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. I don't think that the Chiefs will cover this though. I think that this will be one of those games where a lot of us Chiefs fans will probably be frustrated by halftime. Running the ball, Andy Reid, stupid mistakes by Patrick Mahomes, and defense giving up big plays and shit like that. So I think this is going to be Indianapolis all over again, but I think we're going to win. But I think this is going to be one of them games where it's just like, we got some issues. And, McCole Hardman's not playing, so we might see a lot more of Tony. We might see a lot more of Scott Moore. So, but I'm still going to go with my Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs do blow them out. Maybe the Chiefs drop 40 plus on them, close, damn near 50. I don't know, but me personally, I think that this game is going to be closer than what people are thinking, and the Chiefs are favored by 9.5. And so with that, like I said, I'm going with the Chiefs, of course. Next up, we got Browns at Dolphins. Dolphins are at home. Cleveland Browns typically play the Dolphins pretty well. The Dolphins want to stay afloat. Basically, what the Browns are doing, they're just holding on until Deshaun Watson gets there. Browns got a solid defense. They got a decent defense. Browns are 3-5. I don't know. I don't think that the Browns got enough offense to keep up with the Dolphins. So I'm gonna go Dolphins. I'll go Dolphins in this one. Watch the Browns win. Next up, we got Texans versus Giants. The Texans played Philadelphia pretty good. I think the Texans were on a bye last week. They weren't, because they played Philly on a Thursday night game. So this one, I'm probably gonna. A lot of people are gonna go with the Giants, and Giants are at home. Texans got a good running back in Pierce, but outside of that, I don't think they got enough to keep up with Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. And a piece of me is want to say Texans. We'll go Texans. We'll go Texans today. Yeah, we'll go Texans this week. Next up, Saints versus Steelers. Two disappointing teams this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers are underdogs. The Saints are favored by 1 point in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's coming off a bye, so they've gotten time to add Kenny Pickett, more plays into the playbook. Najee Harris is gonna be their first game without Chase Claypool. I'm gonna go Steelers. In this game. Minka Fitzpatrick is not playing, but TJ Watt is playing. So yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers. Colts versus Raiders. This is Jeff Saturday's very first game as a head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. And I think they have an offensive a guy who's going to be calling the plays for the very first time ever. So, with that being said, Colts are 3-5, 3-5-1. Raiders are 2-6. Raiders are favored by 4.5. Raiders are at home. They're still going to be without Darren Waller. They're going to be without Hunter Renfrow. So it's Davante Adams. Heavy on the Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs. So I'm going to go Raiders. But every time I pick the fucking Raiders, they fucking disappoint me every fucking time. I'm gonna go Raiders. If the Raiders lose to the inexperienced coaching staff of the Indianapolis Colts this weekend, I think you should start looking to part ways with Josh McDaniels. It's not gonna work, G. It's not gonna work. They're dealing with a lot of injuries, but they got some defensive studs with Max Crosby and them boys on that side of the ball. So I think the Raiders will get that done. I think the Raiders will win. The Raiders will be 3-6. Next up we got Cowboys versus Packers. Cowboys will be on the road in Lambeau. Green Bay, Dallas is 4-point favorites. Dallas is coming off of a bye. Green Bay is coming off of a loss to the Detroit Lions. I just don't think that the Packers have enough offense. They got one of the worst secondaries in football. They did just pick up Abrams, the guy that the Raiders just let go. But I don't think that's gonna help any at all. So I'm gonna go. I'll go Cowboys. Cowboys on this one, but you can't count out a legend like Aaron Rodgers at home on the road, and it should be cold. You know what? I'm gonna go Packers. I'm gonna go Packers today. I'm gonna go Packers this week, just to be different. Just to be different. They're only favored by 4 points. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers this week, because Stephen A. was talking stuff on ESPN. He said that the Cowboys are gonna smoke or embarrass the Packers in Lambeau. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers this week, and I think that this could be relatively not close. I think the Packers are gonna pull this one off. So yeah, I'm gonna go Packers this week. Next up, we got Cardinals versus the Rams. Matthew Stafford is still not healthy with his elbow. Cardinals got DeAndre Hopkins back. I think the Cardinals lost to the Seahawks last week. The Rams are at home. It's a division rivalry. Rams are favored by 2.5. So I'm gonna go. go Rams. I'll go Rams. Yeah, I'll go Rams. And then Sunday night game is the Chargers versus the 49ers. I'm going to go 49ers. They got a lot of pieces on their team, and they got Christian McCaffrey. I just think that the Chargers are a little too banged up with Mike Williams, and Keenan Allen, and I mean they're missing J.C. Jackson on the defense, and they're missing Joey Bosa on the defense. You're relying a lot on Khalil Mack, so yeah, I'm gonna go 49. I'm gonna go 49ers on this one. 49ers Sunday night. This pin sucks nuts. Jeez. This pin sucks. Somebody give me some pins, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers on that one. Monday night game. It's the Commanders versus the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 11. It's a Monday night game. It's a divisional game. This could be the Jets versus the Bills all over again. Commanders are a scrappy team. Eagles coming off of a bye. It could be a little too relaxed. Commanders lost to the Vikings last week. I'm gonna go Eagles. Let's be smart here. Let's be smart here. Don't try to get too cute, my boy. So yeah, those are my picks. Bucks, Bills, Bears, Broncos, Chiefs, Dolphins, Texans, Steelers, Raiders, Packers, Rams, 49ers, Eagles. We'll see how we do this week. The last 2 weeks, I've only lost 3 games. Not combined, but the last 2 weeks combined, I've lost a total of 6 games. So the last 2 weeks. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see. Let's see if I can keep this streak going. But then that's enough for football. Let's see what we got here. What we got? College football. What happened today? Let's see some scores today. USC smoked Colorado 55-17. Georgia 45-19. It's good to see USC back at the top. I don't know if can they play in the bowl playoffs? It might be up. I remember they were suspended from the postseason at one point in time. That's why they couldn't win championships or some shit. Ohio State beat Indiana 56-14. Michigan beat Nebraska. TCU beat Texas in a close one 17-10. Tennessee smoked the shit out of Missouri 66-24 after coming off of a loss. Oregon, oh my. Oregon lost by 3. They're going to definitely drop. They lost to Washington 37-34. That's definitely going to slide some teams up. Alabama beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss was actually winning last time when I checked. I looked at the score. I was out. And I looked up. And I seen that Ole Miss had went ahead. I think they went ahead. What was it? 17 or something. I forgot what it was. It was something. They were up. They had just scored on the goal line or something like that. Clemson beat Louisville. LSU beat Arkansas. Arizona, they lost to UCLA. Come on, Chip, what we doing, my boy? Utah 42-17, they beat Stanford. North Carolina came. Okay, Coach Mac Brown, there do his dance. Do your dance, you know. Shout out to Mac Brown, man. North Carolina State lost to Boston College. Wow. Central Florida beat Tulane. That was a good game. K-State beat Baylor. Notre Dame beat Navy. Illinois, they lost. I think they lost 2 or 3 in a row, I think. Syracuse lost to Florida State. At one point in time, Syracuse was ranked. I think it might have been like 16 or something. They were ranked. And then off downhill they went. They could have lost to Clemson. Illinois lost to Purdue. Vanderbilt beat Kentucky. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Was there some NBA games today? I've been talking for what? 36 minutes. Jazz beat the Wizards. Suns beat the Pistons. Pacers beat the Raptors. My Heat smoked the Hornets. Hopefully they find a new sponsor for the arena, because FTX, the sponsor that took over recently, filed for bankruptcy. So yeah, just you know what Pat Riley and them should do? Just call it Skewp's Arena. Skewp's Arena. That'd be dope. That'd be dope as hell. Yeah, man. Let's look. How we looking on the standings this week? Milwaukee's 10-2. Boston's 10-3. Milwaukee's the number 1 seed. The playoffs started today. My Miami Heat wouldn't be in the damn playoffs. They got to get it together, man. They're on a 2-game winning streak, though. Charlotte's on an 8-game losing streak. My goodness. Charlotte's terrible. Detroit is terrible. Orlando's won 2 in a row. Is there a team on here that I think that will not be in the play-in? That's in the play-in right now? Do I think anybody slides out? Probably the Pacers. And maybe Chicago. Probably the Pacers in Chicago that'll drop out. Who knows, man? These are some good teams, man. And yeah. So who knows? On the West Coast, Portland's down to 9-4. Utah's up there 10-4. Phoenix 8-4. They lost 1. 7-6. The Kings. Kings is a sleeper team, man. But yeah, man, that's enough for me, man. This is episode 25 in the building. Yeah. Like I said, I'm disappointed in Izzy. It happens. UFC 281. I mean, it happens, man. So I've been watching UFC. I'm a faithful UFC fighter, a fan. So boxing too. So yeah. So it sucks to see that. So, but yeah, man, it is what it is. It's your boy Skewp's got you, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that motherfucking bell. And yeah, man, episode 25. I see y'all in episode 26. And I'm out this bitch. You feel me?